Hi, my name is Cyril and I'm with Strata Cycling. Today we're going to talk about the Strata seat and how it works. This here is our Strata seat. This is a seat post bicycle suspension. What it does is it isolates vibration that comes up through the seat post, and that's supposed to normally go directly to the seat and into the passenger or rider. What we've invented is an isolation system. It is different than anything else out there. The way it works is, and why we can make that claim, is as the vibration travels up through your seat post, most conventional, even other suspension seats have a spring or some kind of shock absorbing mechanism that is anchored to the seat post base or the main bracket that holds the suspension, and attached to the bottom or the bracket of the seat. What happens is when you have a setup like that is as the vibration come up through the seat post, anything that is in fast repetition, like if you're going over a cobblestone road or a pebble road, you're going to have a lot of movement in the seat going up and down, or the seat post moving up and down. What will happen is the vibration will enter into the spring or shock, and whatever the shock or spring cannot absorb will end up going through the shock and back into the seat. So yes, they do reduce the amount of shock that travels into them, but they do not absorb everything. In our setup here, we have a patented suspension system that we have a US utility patent on. As the vibration enters in to the main bracket, you have this arm and this arm that holds an isolation mount, which is made in this case of natural rubber, pinched between them, and it's pivoting on these four spots, as you can see when I push down how it moves. When the vibration enters the main bracket, it will try to go through this arm and this arm. And because they're pivoting like a seesaw or some kind of cantilever, the energy will not travel into this arm. It will remain in a closed loop. So the energy that travels up through here will stay in this area, and the energy that travels through here will go. And what happens is it remains in a circular closed loop, and then it compressors between these two arms, this isolation mount, and simultaneously crushes the mount from both sides. The reason why it does that is because we use Newtonian physics to make this work efficiently and to neutralize vibration. As the force enters through the top of the isolation mount here and through the bottom down here, it meets in the center in the actual rubber mount, and whatever is not canceled out, because remember it's equal forces meeting each other in the isolation mount, is transferred into the rubber and dissipated in two forms of energy, because kinetic energy cannot be destroyed, or energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be dissipated. So the energy leaves the rubber mount in the form of air, in the air, as in micro sound waves, or if you want to call it through the air molecules surrounding the actual rubber mount, and through heat energy. Well, by doing that, it is a real fast recovery on the suspension, meaning any road buzz or micro vibrations that result in causing road buzz is neutralized. There are no micro vibrations or anything that leaves the suspension system and enters into the seat. We have a graph which we actually produced using the road bicycle, and we put the seat mount on, and you can see the drastic reduction in the graph. If you go to our website or even on the presentation, you can see the drastic reduction in the actual vibration. The small little ripple in the actual wave that was recorded, what came through, was because the cyclist had his feet still on the pedals of the bicycle. So the actual micro vibration that may have been recorded was not through the seat, it was through the actual pedals. If you have any more questions, or you're wondering how this is different, and really, because I'm getting a lot of questions from people, that's what makes our suspension different. Our actual suspension is a floating suspension, meaning that the mount floats between two arms and is not attached to the bracket or the seat. So the actual energy is encapsulated in the suspension system and dissipated really fast. So it has a real fast recovery rate and a real fast return to position for the next shock to enter. So you have a close to almost 99.999% of energy absorption. There is nothing that leaves through and enters the seat. Now obviously you would, in this case, this one's set up for an adult around 180 pounds. If you were a lighter person, you would get this mount in a softer configuration. And if you were a heavier person, someone like me, you'd get it in a firmer or more higher durometer. That's the classification we use to make the actual suspension tuned to your body weight. This model is rated up to 350 to 370 pound person because we use aircraft aluminum. This is not cast, this is machined aircraft grade US sourced aluminum. Same with our hardware, and it is a maintenance free system. You can actually dunk this in mud, water, and then get right up, and it will actually shake it off while you're riding. It won't even penetrate into the bushings or do any harm to the system. If you have any more questions, visit our website. Have a nice day.